Wow, 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 wow. How you doing today? How are you this evening? All right. I want to quickly share some stuff with you today, and I know it's going to help you. All right. Yes. How are you doing this evening? Okay. Let's come there. Let's come here. Let's come here. Let's come here. Let's come here. Let me know where you are. Let me know. Are you there with me? Okay. Come on. Let's do this. All right. You can join me now. Okay. Let's come here. Let's come here. Let's come here. Let's come here. I want to share with you about what I call the poverty habit. All right. And it's number one poverty habit. The reason why more than 50% of the people are poor. The the reason why more 50% of people never achieve anything significant in their life. I want to share this habit with you today. And this habit is going to go a long way to help you to be able to get few things going on in your life. And so, what is this poverty habit that keeps a lot of people backward? What is this poverty habit that keeps a lot of people never so they never become too well in life? All right, okay. What's this poverty habit? What's this habit? All right, what's this habit, and what can you do about it? All right, what's the habit that make many salespeople stuck? What's the habit that make people, this is the second quarter of the year 2023. What's the habit that make people started the year in an exciting mood, and lo and behold, as they move on with life, the zeal, the fire begin to die down gradually? What's that habit that makes people get stuck as they go on the journey? That's the word I want to share with you today on Monday evening rather, right here in Nigeria. All right, I want to share with you what is that habit that keeps people poor. What is that habit? That poverty habit. That poverty habit that keeps people poor. All right, so I want to share this habit with you, and you can look it in your life and you can correct it ultimately, and it can help you. One habit today I'm sharing one habit that I found that it has made a lot of people misfortune in their lives. Salespeople have left a lot of money on the table. Businessmen have left a lot of money on the table. People that want to pursue dreams have left a lot of opportunities on the table. Why? Because they cannot do this one thing. They have this poverty habit. And today, if you can correct this habit in your life, guess what happened? You can literally create something new going forward. And it's going to be amazing. It's going to be short. It's going to be very short. And you can learn this and change your life. What is this one habit that has kept a lot of people behind? What is this habit that has made few persons become very wealthy while the other people are just celebrating the wealthy ones? What's this habit? What's this habit that has changed everything for people? Now, let me tell you, today I was in a management meeting early this morning, and I was having conversation with my team, and we were talking. And I was talking to them about three things that I've noticed in life that I learned from the life of the master. The first thing I learned from the life of the master, and I'm not yet talking about this one habit, but let me tell you, the first thing I learned from the master, the first thing is called obsession. The master is obsessed. He said, I will be after my father's business. He said, the zeal of my father has consumed me. So, obsession. How obsessed are you? There are many talented people that never go anywhere with their life. There are many passionate people that never go anywhere with their life. But there are few obsessed people. And let me tell you, all of us, we are obsessed. The question is, what are you obsessed about? We are all obsessed. Obsession is not a disease, as the world would like us to see it. Obsession is a gift. It means that you can use this gift to uplift your life. So what are you obsessed about? Now, the thin line is you can be obsessed about the wrong thing. You can be obsessed about giving excuses. You can be obsessed about this poverty habit I spoke about. You can be obsessed about, the things that are not making sense. You can be obsessed about laziness. You can be obsessed about entitlement. You can be obsessed about those things, and they are not leading you to anywhere in your life. So what are you obsessed about? Have you ever thought about it? What exactly are you obsessed about? But you can also be obsessed about getting results. You can be obsessed about pursuing your dream. You can be obsessed about living your dream. You can be obsessed about upgrading yourself every single day, man. Christian, how you doing, brother? It's been a long time, man. It's been a long time. How are you? How's your business? Good to see you here again. Awesome, man. Awesome. This guy that just showed up on my scale, Christian, was a guy that few years ago I see him around on the Facebook, and he's so obsessed with plantain. He's so obsessed with his farm business, the truth of the matter, people will have keyed into his business. They will have keyed into an idea, because you see, the world love to set you. If you set yourself on fire, the world will come to watch you burning. One of my friends by the name of, we call him the Don, brother, a great brother, Emeka Nobis, Emeka Nobis. He's been obsessed with what he calls shameless marketing. He'd be obsessed about promoting his product, how to grow your social media and how to get your social media to pay you. If you have not, I've even paid for about 10 persons to get started, to get, locked up into this idea. Why? Because he was obsessed with it. He was obsessed with it. Most of you are waiting for permission before you give yourself permission. The world is so busy that no one is ready to give you permission. You have to take it yourself and apologize later. You fall, you rise again. You fall, you rise again. So the first thing is that you have to be obsessed. How obsessed are you, man? I realize that we are living in a world where most people are not obsessed about anything. They're not obsessed about what will move them forward, rather. Everyone is obsessed about something, but they are not obsessed. Some people are obsessed with pressing their phones. They're obsessed with scrolling through their phone. Some people are obsessed with watching TikTok. They know the best stars on the TikTok. Some people are obsessed with being on the blogs and the gossip blogs, and they look at what is going on there every single day. That's what they're obsessed about. Some people are obsessed about things that will not move them forward. But we see, if you want to be a master in your life, if you want to be someone that wants to be great in your life, you will need to be obsessed about something. And that's what I share with my people today. We're looking at obsession. I have talented, passionate people with me, but I need my team to be more obsessed. I need my team to be more obsessed. You need to set yourself on fire. The master said, the zeal of my father's house has consumed me. Can that be said about you? Can that be said about you, about your dream? How consumed are you with your dream? Some people go about the news, they consume the news, but never forget it. You are consuming the news, but somebody produced the news. You may have failed, you must start a project. The project might not have worked out the way you expected it to be. But you see, correct it, move on. People might have labeled you. People might have called you names. People might have, tried to picture things about you. People might have said things about you. They always say that about all obsessed people. Jesus was obsessed, and they call him Beelzebub. They said he carries demon, the prince of demon. That is what it means. People will call you names, man. But just make sure that your motive is right. Some people will let go of you. Some people will not want to associate with you anymore. What other thing can be said of someone when they tell him the prince of Beelzebub? They call him Beelzebub. That is full of demon. Jesus, the master Jesus, he was called names. Right? They call him names. Because I tell you, if you are not named, that means you are nameless. So people are going to call you names, because a lot of people have given up on their dream, and then when they see that you're following up on your dream, they will criticize you. Because that criticism is just a way to justify themselves. Your motive is right. Keep working on your motive, all right? You can See, failing does not mean you don't have a moral compass. Failing does not mean you are dubious. Sometimes we can have an error in judgment and things can go not the way you do it. But you know, this is how the book of wisdom put it. He said, a righteous man, a right-minded man will fall 7 times and he will rise again. But this is what happened. You need to be obsessed with the right thing. You need to be obsessed with the right thing. Many people, they have obesity with junks. You know, they consume errors. They consume things that are not going to advance their life. That's what they keep consuming every single time. Obsession, man. Okay, be obsessed, guys. Be obsessed, be obsessed, be obsessed. Wake up in the morning, think about it, read it every single day. If you set yourself on fire, the world will come to watch you burn it. You know, it's the truth of the matter. That's the point. People look dubious because you see, the society that we live in stigmatize failure. All right, and you cannot attract what you don't attempt. I love the way, this is what I call failure. I call fail first attempt in life. F-A-L-I means first attempt in life. First attempt in life. Failing is not stigmata. It's not stigma. It is a signal that you are alive. All right? It is a signal that you are making an attempt. All right? Correct your errors, man. Failure is an error in judgment. Failure is a feedback, not a setback. But the truth is, you want to correct yourself. What will you say of Isaac? He dug the first well. They collected it from him. Perhaps he has even collected money from investors. Perhaps he has asked investors to invest with him. You know, and he has collected the money and he said, you're going to find money here. Man, the truth of the matter is, stigmatization can be depressing. I believe so. But this is what happened. If you want to be successful, if you want to be big with success, you have to be prepared for stigma. Come on, man. You have to prepare for stigma because people are going to throw it at you. You have to develop internal toughness. You have to live life like in spite of. Some people are going to walk away from you. Sometimes your friends will walk away from you because of a little bit of errors here and there. But guess what happened to you? You have to learn to be obsessed with what you... Sometimes your mentor will leave you. They will say, no, I can't associate with you right now. They will even say funny things about you. But this is what happened, guys. Stigma will come. You have to be prepared for it. Okay? It's the truth of the matter is, you see, success does not need self-esteem. You need self-respect. Most of you talk too much about self-esteem and they try to use it to feed and they collect money from people. What you need is self-respect. And self-respect proceeds from the action that you take, the target that you have, and the motive that you are living by. Lord, this is very, very personal, but I need to tell you that. You need to understand that. I would die making an attempt. Because you see, you never know what is possible until you attempt it. All right? You never know what is possible until you attempt it. The first time I traveled to Asia, I was just in a place in Pretoria and I was talking to someone and somebody just said, oh, if you want to go to Malaysia, I want to go to Malaysia on holiday. The guy said it's easy to go to Malaysia. I've been to Malaysia 3 times. I said, so how am I going to do it? He said, fill your form and you can submit it and you can go to Malaysia. And within 24 hours, I filled my form and I submitted my form. I went to the embassy in South Africa and I submitted my form. And in less than a week, I was given a visa to go to Malaysia. Guess what? I never knew that how easy it is. But I wouldn't have known if I did not attempt it. I wouldn't have known when I heard the word, I did not take action on it. You see, if you want to be big, you have to be brave. Okay? If you want to be big, you have to be brave. If you want to enjoy prosperity, you have to have audacity. Audacity to fail and learn from your failure. Because failure is not a stigma. It is a signal that you are alive and you are making an attempt. That's very important. Be obsessed. What are you obsessed about? Be obsessed to be big. Life is too small for you to live small. All right? Be big in your thinking. Life is too short for you to live small. Mr. Wale, it's good to see you here again, sir. Lovely one, lovely evening here. Lovely evening. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. I love you. Life is too short for you to live small. I'm not saying it should be extravagant, but you know, if there is any mistake I make in my life in the first 8 years of starting my business, is I was thinking too small. I was making money. I make my first million when I was 28 years old, and I was thinking small. I was just getting by. Guys, I was getting by. I was even showing. I was going around helping people. And you know, I was thinking small about my own business. I was thinking small about what I can achieve. I was not making attempt enough. Was I spending money? Yes, but I wasn't spending the money on the right thing. I wasn't spending the money on going big. I wasn't spending the money or in advancing my business. I wasn't spending the money on publicity. I wasn't spending the money on expanding. Because the only way to protect your dream is to expand your dream. And most dreams die because they are not expanded enough. You see, I learned one thing from one of my mentors, and he says something that I love to say to you. He said, if you have lost money and you still have money left, you have not lost a lot, but you have learned a lot. But if you have lost money and that is all that you got, no matter the size of the money, you have lost a lot. And you may not be privileged to learn a lot from it. In other words, what happened? Expand yourself. Expand yourself. Expand yourself. Excuse me. You see, people that have given up on themselves, they feel bad when you're expanding yourself. Some of them will even say, why is he attempting all of these things? Why is he doing this one? You know, one of the things I learn about, you know, you may have your own personal opinion about it. One of the things I love about Donald Trump, one of the most interesting books of Donald Trump I ever read in my life is called Never Give Up. And in that book, Donald Trump wrote about how he was indebted to the tune of $900 and something million, almost few money away from $1 billion. And everybody thought it was over. There is no money. There is nothing. But you know, in the midst of being indebted to that point, Donald Trump was still living his life. People were putting him all around and all of that. But he said something. He said, when you are towed down to the ground, there's only one place you can go from there. You can go up. You may not be able to meet up on your time. You may have promised some investors some money and the investment did not go the way you planned. People may label you. People may call you names. But this is what happened. Make sure that your motive is right and make sure that you're working to get everything right. You see, the point is, you have to be obsessed about being big, being successful. You have to be obsessed. If you have a business, be obsessed about making the sales. Be obsessed about expanding it. Be obsessed about being big. Be obsessed about the right relationship. Be obsessed about these things. Obsession is not bad. Be obsessed about being big. Life is too short to settle for smallness. I'll say that again. Life is too short to settle for smallness. The biggest challenge you may have in your life may be as a result of settling for smallness. If you want to run the business, you see, one of my sisters on this call today, and this is not an advert, and if you think it's an advert, it's fine, okay? The truth of the matter, one of my sisters on this call today, his name is Adaobi Sandra. She ran a company called Nutrifix, and she had a product called Nutrifix, and guess what happened? I'm of the opinion that Nutrifix product is amazing. One of the products is for diabetic patients, and I bought one for my father-in-law, and my father-in-law used it. It was stated to have about 271 in a sugar rating, and in less than 4 days of using it, it moved from 171 to 171. I'm obsessed about that product. I believe that this product should be all around the continent of Africa. I believe that everywhere. You know, I use the product myself. I've seen people use this product, and it's literally, you know, it cleanses away the liver. Someone almost having a liver stone, he uses. I send it to another country. People use it. By the way, I've seen people use it and their stature adjusted. I've seen people use this product and a woman using this product, they cannot menstruate. They cannot have a period periodically. And guess what? A menstrual cycle is not coming periodically, and the person uses it and everything is normalized. I've seen this thing work. This product, the obsession for me is to see it go global, to see it everywhere in the world. I'm obsessed to help billions of people before I die. That's why I write my books. That's why I have my books reading, all right? My books are written, and that's why I write a book. If you have not read my book, excuse me, 1 minute. right, so this is a book. There's three of my books here. You know, The Money Code, Close or Lose, and The Real Estate Cash Flow Machine. All right, I have Shut Up and Collect the Money. I have, you know, Follow Up or Fold Up. Okay, I have the Millionaire Portfolio. Amazing books. You know, Shut Up and Collect the Money. Stay hungry or go starving. Now the point is, you have to be obsessed about promoting yourself. Most of you are not. You're not. You are doing something good, but you ain't saying anything about it. Promote yourself. You see, I started business being a salesman, but never being a promoter. I have all it takes to promote myself, but I was not promoting myself. Sometimes some of you allow some challenges in business to stop you promoting yourself. But you see, there's nothing that is wrong with your business that cannot be corrected by you through your business. Learn your lesson. There is what we call customer win back. The customers may not be happy with you now, but put your motive right, because within time and in time, you will correct everything and put them back, and they can even spend more money with you. You see, don't glunt over yourself when you fall. Pick the lessons and rise again. Stop mourning what you have lost. Be grateful for what you have left and use it to create your miracle. You know, so be obsessed. Be obsessed about promoting yourself. How many people know about you today? All right. How many people know about what you can do today? You are not thinking big enough about your business. You are not thinking big enough about your work. You know, you have to promote yourself. You have to promote yourself, man. You have to promote yourself. Because not promoting yourself means you are demoting yourself. You cannot be in between. How do you promote yourself? Tell people about what you have done. Tell people about what you are doing. Tell people about what you want to do. Tell people about what you fail at and what you are learning from. Tell them there are many things you can let the world know and draw the world to yourself. Because in your failure is the seed of your success. What are you obsessed about? Talk to the word. Stop consuming the internet. Start using the internet to promote yourself. All right? Promote yourself. Promote your work. Promote your business. If people don't know about you, money can't flow to you from them. Promote yourself, man. You see, we had a sales today of almost 20-something million from one client. And guess what we met? We met on the internet. You saw what I posted about a project. By the way, we have a project in a place called Abaroje in Ikotu, an amazing place where a plot of land is going for about 20-something million, and we're offering only 10 plots for 7.5 million, going to be fully sand-filled in the next 3 months, and investors have been coming on. Somebody went there today and they signed up for almost about 6 plots of the land. What happened? If I did not promote that business, I'm not going to help that man to acquire that property, and I'm not going to help him to make money. Not promoting what you can do for the world is selfishness. Promote yourself. I've been selfish before, man. I just keep it to myself. Brother, I've lost money before. Huge amount of money. But I rise from it. I promote that loss because I need to help people to come out of loss. There are many people that have lost money. There are many people that have started projects. Man, I've started a project before and I sold the project below the amount. I sold it at an outright, like off sale, and I was selling it below the market rate because I wanted to sell. Then I realized that selling does not mean you are making money. I have to raise another money from somewhere to correct the project. Guess what happened? I've asked people to bring money for a project to be done. And when we started the project to sand-fill a place, and when we started the project, you know, we spent ×3 of the money that was raised, and the place was not fully sand-filled. We need to now improvise again. People call us names. They call us different things. I have bought a project before, and when I found that the family later sold the land that they acquired sold to me, that I have to go and raise money and buy another project and begin to work on the project all over again. Guess what happened? Guess what happened? Those are lessons. You see, many times, many people don't know the behind the scene of that success that you see. And don't trust a man that has not failed before. All right? Don't trust a man that has not failed before. I can tell you one of the things you can learn from me is resilience. Okay, guys, man, I'm resilient. I want to keep growing. I want to help you. But you know, the truth of the matter is, when things do not work out, when things fall apart, make sure that you don't fall along with it. Pick the lessons, learn the lessons. So how obsessed are you? Don't be tired of promoting your work. Don't be tired of telling the world what you can do. Don't be tired of telling the world what you have done. This is how Jesus did it. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one said that to Jesus. No one said that about Jesus. Jesus said that about himself. That is promotion. Okay, Lord. He said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. He did not wait for John to say that about him. He did not wait for Peter to say that about him. If you're waiting for people to promote you, you may not be too late before promotion shows up. He said, you need to rise. Be obsessed. Guys, be obsessed. Be obsessed about the right thing. When you wake up in the morning, you need to ask yourself, what am I promoting today? All right, there are many things to promote, man. There are many things to promote. There are many things to promote. There are many things to promote. All right? There are many things to promote. Your success. The first time you bought your car. The first time you lost money. The first time you make your first 1 million. The first time you bought your land. You see, my first land was bought when I was 25 plus. And the land today has never been sold. It's there. And it's worth almost 80 to 100 million. The first land I ever bought. All right? What happened to me? Because I can show you as a 25-year-old guy without plenty of money how to begin to invest. Because you see, if you are not investing, you are already squandering your future. Promote. Promote. Be obsessed about letting the world knows what you can do for the world. Being famous is scriptural. Right? Being known is scriptural. Because you see, there are level of people you can help until you get known. Promote. Don't criticize the people that are known. Because in the market of life, it's not the best product that makes the biggest money. The best known product that make the biggest money. If you're not known, you are gone. See, I learned that lesson. A very painful lesson. I didn't promote at the time. I didn't promote. I'm just living my life. Because of the wrong religious beliefs. Sometimes of fears of attack. You know, in this age of social media, when people can come out and say they want to drag you. And then you are scared. But guess what happened? Don't be scared. Be obsessed. If you have something good to tell the world, go out and show it to them. Jesus was criticized. Jesus was criticized. He was called name, my friend. But he never stopped promoting himself. He went to the synagogue. You know what a synagogue means? The Greek word for synagogue is assembly, where people gather. He went to where the crowd gathers because he's a savior. You are a form of savior. Your product can save people. I just told you about Nutrifix. The product saved people's life. All right? The product saved people's life. Excuse me, somebody just sent me money now. All right? So I received an alert, so I'm trying to check it out. Yes, that's it. All right, so the point is, the Nutrifix has made women have got pregnant because of it. People have, you know, the health has been good. Somebody said the fear of attack make me stop advertising. All right, so that's the point. Kill your fear, man, before the fear kills you. The point is, most of us, there is nothing like overexpose. You need to build your self-respect. You need to work on what you do, man. But you see, I've studied a lot of religious leaders. I mean, the founders of religion around the world. And I realized that all the founders of religion around the world, they are all promoters. They are promoters. They are promoting. They keep talking about it. Jesus said, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one cometh to the Father except through me. He was the master promoter. Everyone is promoting. Muhammad Ali is a promoter. Okay, Prophet Muhammad is a promoter. They promote, man. They are promoting. They are promoting. They are all promoting. Because what is promotion? Promotion is the cause of an advancement of a cause. That means if you want to advance a cause, you have to promote it. If you want to advance your business and expand your business, you have to promote it. The point is, You have allowed your fear to keep you small. I was there before. And I'm not blaming you because nobody has ever told you this. I was there before. I wasn't promoting. Promotion is an investment. Promote yourself. Do a branded cloth of yourself. Wear it to events. Do a jacket. Wear it to events. Show the world what you can do for the world. Before they don't show us, the money don't flow to you. It's not the best product that make the biggest money. It's the best known product. Why die? You see, there are many countries in the world. The moment some of you see, the reason why most people are broke is because they are limited by their geographical location. They are having geographical limitation. But the internet is your new sanctuary. You can have audience all over the world by learning to do some advert of positioning and targeting and using the algorithm of different social media to be able to get more people to come to you. Use your failure to advance you. All right? Use your failure to advance you. Don't settle for less. Be obsessed about promoting yourself. Promote your work. If you're into real estate, promote it. Write stories around it. Tell people what is happening. You know, be audacious, be shameless. Some people have given up on their life already. They will say, what's he doing? He should calm down. He's always posting. He's always putting things online. Some people say, you know, you are posting so much that we can't even read what you are posting. Don't mind them. They have given up on their own self, but don't be like that. Maybe tomorrow they will repent. You know, let me tell you something. If you think the social media dragging kills slowly, you're not going to do anything. Drag us with drags. But you know what? Keep advancing yourself. Haters are better than people that are indifferent about you. Because haters are a form of promoters. The only point is that you don't know how to use them. Are they dragging? Have they dragged Bill Gates before? Yes. Have they dragged Jeff Bezos? Yes. Have they dragged Mark Zuckerberg? Yes. Have they dragged Dangote? Yes. Have they dragged Tony Elumelu? Yes. Have they tell me the wealthy people in the world that people have not dragged before? Draggers drag. Draggers drag. They will keep dragging you. People don't treat you the way you are. People treat you the way they are. In other words, but you keep expand yourself. That one drag is not enough to shut you down. You know why dragging kills you? Because you are not big enough. Ooh, I learned that in a hard way. The reason why most people are so afraid of dragging is because they are not big enough. You see, you are not duping people. You are not scamming people. Yes. The banks in Nigeria, have they not been dragging the last few months? In the last few... Now, does that mean that people are not still banking? Come on, man. People still banking. And the point is, don't allow your fear to keep you small. So the first thing is, what are you obsessed about? You need to know what you're obsessed about. You know, that's the point. But let me, you know, people will come there. People will, you have to know. Now, do you think people are not dragging Dangote? But you can't find it online. Because there are some people that the work is to make sure that no dragging stays online about him. The same thing with wealthy people. The same thing with Tony Elumelu. The same thing with, name it, pastors of churches and all of that. But make sure your motive is right. Have they dragged Papa Oyedepo before? And presently, are they not dragging him? People will drag. Draggers drag. Have they dragged Papa Deboye? Yes. Have people misunderstood what some people say and begin to say funny things about what they said? Yes. That is the generation that we are in. Some people were never trained from home. And it shows with the kind of venom they will pour out of their mouths. But that should never stop you from living, man. It has stopped some of us in the past. You were so scared of people's opinion that you never have your own opinion. All right, so promote. Be obsessed about promoting. Be obsessed about thinking big. Set a big target. Some of you, your target is your problem. Your target is too small. All right, your target is too small. Expand your target. Expand your target. How much do you want to make in your business? If you are in sales, how much do you want to make this month? How much do you want to make this year? If you say you're going to make 20 million, why not make 200 million? Why not make it a target? You see, why not, if you say your business this year, you're going to make 2 million, why not make it 20 billion target? Instead of 2 billion, why not make it 20 billion target? In cash flow, 50 billion in cash flow. Somebody's heart is going to pound. Why not make it 200 billion in cash flow? Somebody said, no. You don't know what it, you see, if you can figure it out, it's not big enough. If you can personally figure out the dream, it's not big enough. Make it a target and work towards your target. Stop reducing your target. Start increasing your action. The point is, set the target and work towards it. Set the target and work towards it. So, increase your target. Be obsessed. Grow your target. The second thing that you need to do is you need to develop mastery. All right? You need to develop mastery. You see, mastery is important. There are many people that have not developed mastery on anything. They are learning things. The essence of learning is mastery. If you say you are learning and you're not mastering anything, you are not truly learning. You are just memorizing. You are just there. You're just, trying to put things together. That's the problem of this generation. You are following every shining thing. Oh, the next shining thing is AI. You want to jump on it. The former shining thing is to learn digital. You want to jump on it. You are not gaining any mastery on anything. It's wealth is not mystery. Wealth is mastery. Fortune is not mystery. Fortune is mastery. What have you mastered? Selling is a mastery. You learn it. You role play. You see, we have sales team in our organization. We have inner sales team. We have partners in thousands. We have inner sales team. Inner sales teams are just about 12, 20 people. But guess what happened? Our sales team are going to do role playing. The essence of role playing, learning objections, how to handle it, how to follow up, and all of that is mastery. Because mastery requires practice. So when you practice it, the key to proficiency is practice. Practice does not make perfect. Practice develop proficiency. That means you have to, if you want to be proficient in a thing, you have to practice it consistently. There is a level of boredom that is a mastery. That means you can have to do the same thing again and again and again and again. All right? Most people read so many books, but they have not mastered one book. So you may have to pick one book and read it again and again and again. You know what? Because that's how you get mastery. There's a level of boredom. If you want to be good in piano, you have to play it again and again and again and again until it becomes in your subconscious, unconscious state that you can play it. Because if you want to develop proficiency, you have to practice. You have to keep practicing it. You have to keep practicing it. Even when you think you knew it, you have to keep doing it. Because you're just getting to it. Have you not noticed that you can read one book 10 times and see 10 different things 10 times? Why is it so? You're getting better at it. You're getting better at it. I knew a man that I've read one book for almost 50-something years. One book. He kept reading it until it became so much an authority on the book that he was teaching the book and people were giving him millions of dollars from the same book that millions of people have bought. Why? There are many best-selling books that people have never gained mastery on. They are just buying the book, but they never gain mastery. They are looking for another one to buy. Am I saying you should not buy books? No, I'm not saying so. But you need to develop mastery. Develop mastery. Develop mastery. You can master several things in your lifetime, but you need to develop mastery. For instance, I'm learning how to promote now better than ever. I'm developing promotion. I'm developing mastery on promotion. I'm learning. You have to keep 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 learning. And as a result of that, that will make a whole lot of difference in your life. You have to keep learning. You have to keep learning. So learning is how you gain mastery. You see, many people think they have known something by learning about it. So because learning to do a thing is different from learning by doing the thing. So most people think by learning about a thing, they have known the thing. No, that's not mastery. You know the thing by doing the thing. You learn the thing by doing the thing. So if you don't learn by doing the thing, you learn by doing the thing. So you do it. So you pick the stuff, you pick it. So it's called instruction of wisdom. You learn it, you learn it, you learn it, you learn it, you learn it. And then you put it to work. Because it's not enough to read it. Reading about it is not learning it. The proof of learning is change. In other words, the thing that you have learned is making you to do something else. That's it. So when you hear people say things like, oh, I've learned a lot, you may not have learned anything. You may have heard a lot. You might have heard a lot, but doesn't necessarily mean that you have learned a lot. Because hearing and learning, they are not the same thing. Because learning is mastery. All right? Learning is mastery. Learning is mastery. Learning is mastery. Learning is mastery. So if you truly say you are learning about something and doing something about what you have learned is not the same thing. A lot of people are learning about a lot of things and they are doing nothing about anything. Because it's what we call instruction of wisdom. Instruction of wisdom comes by doing the thing that you have learned. So as you do it, you begin to know it. So being wealthy is a learnable habit. Being poor is also a learnable habit. A lot of people have learned to be poor by giving excuses, by not doing what they're supposed to do. So learning is the key to mastery. They call him master. They call him master because he has mastery. All right? They call him master because he has mastery. They call him master because he has mastery. The question is, what have you gained mastery over? All of us in our life, we have learned a lot. By the way, we know how to learn, but you have just forgotten. You learn how to work. You learn how to eat. You learn how to talk. All right? Yes, you learn how to talk. You learn how to work. You learn how to drive. You learn how to do so many things in your life. So what happened to you? So now you are now thinking you can learn how to be successful. You can learn how to be successful because it's a learnable habit. You can learn how to sell. You need consistency of practice, devotion of attention. Then it's get into your subconscious and then you master it over time. Do it again and again. Do it again and again. As you do it, as you learn it, you do it. As you learn it, you do it. As you do it, you are learning. As you learn it, you do it. As you do it, you are learning. As you learn it, you do it. As you do it, you are learning. That is how people gain mastery. You don't gain mastery by reading. You gain mastery by doing what you have read. All right? You don't gain mastery by hearing. You gain mastery by doing what you have heard. You don't gain mastery by reading. You gain mastery by consistently doing what you have read. There are many readers, but there are few doers. All right? So people will say, oh, I've read that book. You see, reading the book and learning from the book is not the same. Because the point of learning from a book is what you have done about it. And that is the point. That is the point. That is the point. And that is very important. That is very important. So, what you're learning about and doing something about it is totally two different things. So, how do you get mastery? There are many people that have learned about marketing. They have read books on marketing. They have read books on sales, but they never do anything about it. Some of them will even do one course online and they will pay somebody. They will pay somebody few naira or dollars, and they will say next thing, they will not say that they are digital social media experts. They're insulting, they're embarrassing the word expertise. Expertise are function of practice. That means something that you have practiced again and again and has become part of you, that you can, by default, you can know what to do. That's what they say, you are an expert. You are not an expert because you have read something. You are not an expert because you have attended a crash course of 2 days or 4 days. It's called the paradox of expertise. People are carrying that around, and they are wasting people's money in the name of this. Oh, I'm an expert on this, I'm an expert on that. They are not an expert on anything. Because to gain expertise, you need a devotion of practice, consistently, learning the same thing, again and again, putting them to work. Learn and do and learn. You see, it's a two-way thing. You learn and you do it. You do it and you learn from it. You learn and you do it. You do it and you learn from it. Again and again and again and again. You think through it. You practice it. Okay, for instance, let me give you, from a religious perspective, you can read the Bible, but does not mean you have learned from the Bible. Because the only way you learn from the Bible is that which you read in the Bible, you ask yourself, how can I put this thing to practice? And then you put it to practice. Because this is what happened. Experiments create experience. All right? Faith is that when experiment becomes your experience. And when it becomes your experience, it becomes your exposure. In other words, you have experienced it. You cannot doubt what you have proven. In other words, so you may have read it. That is somebody's witness. It is out of 2 or more witnesses that every truth shall be established. There is a witness of the Bible. There is a witness of the living. So you need to combine the witness of the Bible with your witness for it to be established in your life. So, what does that mean? You verified before you trust it. How do you verify? By practicing it. Most people, they are so foolish in their perspective. And I'm sorry to use that word, because everything they tell them, they believe, because they never practice anything. They are too lazy to put to work what they have heard. I mean, I've attended a training, few days training, and the point is, after the training, the question, and after the training, how many people truly do it? For instance, there are people that are doing courses online, and they have paid the founder of the course money, but they're not going to do the program that they have learned. They are just excited about it. But the excitement will not change your life. It is doing something. This is what he said. He said, not the doer that will be justified, not the hearer of the word that will be justified, but the doers of the word. What does it mean to be justified? You need that the only way you can optimize your life is to do that which has been said. And that is how you gain mastery. Look at that for a second. You need obsession and you need mastery. That aspect of your life, for instance, this is what I say to people. If you want to generate a customer, there are two activities you need to master. Number one, you need to master the activity called lead generation. You need to know how to generate leads. You need to do it again and again. You learn from the people that have done it. You pick up the lessons from them. You do it again. You do it again. You do it again. You learn how to generate leads. You learn 7 ways of generating it. You begin to practice it. You're building mastery. Now, when you build that mastery, then you stack the next mastery, which is another activity called lead conversion. What I call closing. All right? This is closing. I learn how to close people. Learn how to get the leads to become customer. How can you do that in the shortest period of time? You learn how to close. That's what I've spent more than 10 years of my life learning how to do. So I close deals, man, because it's a mastery. It's a mastery. You can shorten that process for yourself by looking at the person that have done that and learn how to master the same thing. Mastery. Commission follows mastery. In other words, for you to have a customer, you need 2 things. You need lead generation activities and you need lead conversion activities. These 2 mastery will lead to what we call customer. Customer brings cash flow. Cash flow is another form of commission is another form of cash flow. In other words, if you lack cash flow in your life, commission as a salesperson is because of 2 things. You check your activities and what mastery do you have on it. People don't want to gain mastery. They want to gain wealth because wealth follows mastery. There are level of things you need to master for you to function in a level of wealth. You see, what you need to master should be your first obsession, not the wealth. Because if you master what attracts wealth, you will have it. If you want customer, there is something you need to master. I've just told you 2 activities now that you need to master. Now, you begin to learn it. How can I generate? Look at the best in the game. How can I generate leads? What are the tools to generate leads? Things that you're learning, put them to practice. Practice them. Practice them. Practice them. Practice them. Practice them. You are building mastery, because practice makes proficiency. You know, if you want to be proficient in something, practice that thing. Proficiency is mastery. Wealth is mastery, it's not mystery. In other words, people are looking for the shortcut that cuts them short of what they are possible for them in their life. So, you need obsession. You need to be obsessed with these activities, and then you need to begin to focus. It will take a while, but you will master it. And the moment you master it, it will be like a floodgate that is open to you, and everything begin to flow into your life. Okay, so what other thing do you need to master today? And which is the habits that a lot of poor people have inculcated into their life. What is that thing? They don't know how to follow up. They don't know how to follow up. They don't know how to follow up on ideas. They don't know how to follow up on dreams. The January 2023 started. They have dreams. They're excited about it. But they never know how to follow up. Follow up is a discipline. All right? Following up is a discipline. Following up is a discipline. Somebody make a promise to you. Somebody want to buy your product. Have you followed up on the person? Do you know how to follow up on this person? All right? You don't know how to follow up. There are 7 stars principles of following up. But that's not for today, because you see, you can pick up this lesson by joining my misfortune framework, where I'm going to show people for 2 days how to apply these follow-up strategies into your life, into your dreams, into getting people to fund you, into getting people to work with you. Learn how to follow up. You see, most people have given up on their dream because they don't know how to follow up on it. You need to know how to follow up on it. All right? You want to get a job. You don't know how to follow up. You want to get a buyer. You want to get an opportunity. Do you know how to follow up on that opportunity? When do you give up on that opportunity? This is one of the poverty habits that most people have. The reason why 50% or more people never succeed in life is because they lack ability to follow up. Because follow up is a discipline. You need to be disciplined enough to follow up. Follow up on your dream. When you delegate work to people, do you follow up on them to make sure that they get things done? Have you noticed that in life, that we follow up and think, if you put water on fire, do you follow up on it to make sure that the water is hot and you put on the fire? If you don't follow up, you will fold up and something can get burned off. All right? Do you follow up on your friends? Do you follow up on your ideas? Do you follow up on people? When people buy a product from you, do you follow up on them? To be able to know how good is the product and how wonderful it is. We all need to get better at following people up, man. You need to gain mastery on follow-up, because the moment you gain mastery on it, you will realize that a lot of people are leaving money on the table because they lack the skill of following up on people. You have generated a lead. Because the lead, some of the lead that you have generated has not bought from you, you abandon them and you're looking for other people. You are going to live your life in a struggler's hall of fame if that is how you are living your life. That is a poverty habit. I was talking to one of my team members today, and I was telling him that how are you doing with some of your ad that you are running? And he said, oh, the last ad he ran, some of those people are just giving him excuses. And I said something to him that I would like to say to you. I said to him that the purpose of selling is not just to sell. The purpose of selling is to build a business. The purpose of advertising. You see, when the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. The purpose of advertising is not just to sell to a customer. The purpose of advertising is to buy a customer you can sell to. All right? The purpose of advertising is to buy a customer that you can sell to again and again. So you need to know that if you bring in people, a lot of people don't know how to follow up. Do you have a product for your prospect? So this is what happened for me. The reason why I wrote the book is that this is a product for my prospect. So if you want to learn how to close, you will read this book. Because by reading this book, you can learn how to convert people. You can learn how to communicate people. You can learn how to shorten the curve of closing people on how to get things done. You know, if you learn how to make cash flow in real estate, you want to learn this, you want to master what I wrote in it. But you see, these are just products. They call it core conversion products. These are products to my prospects. These are not products for my customers. The product for my customers are two different things. These are products for people that don't know me yet. So they read this book and they get to know me. Now, the question I want to ask you today is that do you have a product for your prospect? If somebody don't know you, a prospect, do you have a product for your prospect? Because there are three kinds of products you must have. All right? There are three kinds of products you must have. You must have product for your prospect. You must have core products, and you must have product for your clients. So most people don't have they only have core products. They don't have product for their prospects. They don't have product for their clients. So as a result of that, that is where they're having a lot of problems. Why are they having a lot of problems? Because in the long run, people they run an advert, and that advert is a waste. Because people are not buying. Because you are only advertising for your core product. You don't have a product for your prospect. What product can you give to your prospect? It doesn't have to be expensive. It can be a report. It can be a book. It can be something that will get them in a journey. Because this is selling is not an event. Selling is a journey. It means that you want your people to be with you. You want to create an ecosystem of value that they will keep coming back to again and again. I didn't learn that from the beginning myself. Because selling, you're often told that you're just looking for who to sell to. But I'm not looking for who to sell to. I'm looking for customers that can keep buying from me again and again. My mission, the purpose of selling, is to build a business. The purpose of business is to generate a customer that will keep buying from me forever. Now, if I can combine both of them together, you will realize that selling should help you to build a business. And the business will help you to create a fortune. Now, that's interesting, right? It's a conversation of another day because I learned that. And it's working for me now. And I'm using it to rewind, to reinvent, to rework my life. Because the truth is, the purpose of selling is to build a business. The purpose of business is to generate a customer that will keep buying from me again and again. So the purpose of selling is to build a business. The purpose of business is to create wealth by it. They generate profit that will help me to create wealth through a customer that will keep serving forever. I was talking to one of my team members today, and I asked him, for how long have you been using your telecommunication line? And he told me he has been using a SIM card for the last 16 years. And I asked him, how much is the average money that you spend on that SIM card? Every week, every month, averagely is buying a card worth about 2,500 or 3,000, 5,000 naira. And I said, just imagine for 1 year, you have spent how much? 60,000. Imagine for 10 years, you have spent how much? 600,000. Imagine 17 years. How much have you spent? He has spent more than 1 point something million given to whatever network it is that he used. And imagine millions of people. The lifetime value of this customer. These people, you have been paying them. If you live with your landlord, if you live in a rented apartment, depending on how many years you have lived there, and if you are a paying tenant, and I believe no one is listening to me that is not paying their landlord. So if you are a paying tenant, if you have lived there for 5 years, you have paid the landlord for 5 years. If you live in the Western world, or you live in South Africa, you live in Ghana, where people pay rent every month, guess what happened to you? If you have lived in a house for 5 years, that means you have paid every month, 12 months times 5. You have paid for 60 months to the owner of the house. The lifetime value, how long are you going to live there? So the purpose of getting you there is to keep staying there so that you can keep paying him. Because customer brings cash flow. So what happened? You need to master this thing. You need to follow up on it. You need to begin to say, if I get a customer, so you run an advert and somebody is not buying the product yet, what can you get them to keep them in your space until they buy the core product? Because there is a core product, but there is also a product for the prospect. Most of you don't have a product for the prospect. That's why I tell people, if you're in business, you should write a book about your business and how the book can help them. There was a man called Tom Ford, and some of you must have been the perfume and all of that. When Tom Ford left Gucci and he started his own business, his name is Tom Ford. And when Tom Ford started Tom Ford, guess the first thing he did? Tom Ford wrote a book about Tom Ford Company. The business is starting and why the business exists, what the business is going to do for people, and how the business is going to change people's lives. and I put a book out there, and that book was a business card to promote the business. So what is the book for? The book was a product to the prospect. And the book was the product to the prospect, then bring the prospect, and then they sell them the core product. And then they have a product for the cost for the client. I mean, there are products they have for the people that are already the client. There are products they have for the people that are still a prospect, they have not yet been a client, and there's a main product they sell to their customer. That's how big businesses around the world operate. And you see, the purpose of selling is to build a business, not just to sell. Because if all that you do is just to sell, you are going to be struggling because you have to go look for new customers every day. And the purpose of business is to generate a customer that will keep buying from you forever. And that's how people build fortune. Because if you have 10,000, if you have 1,000 people, now let's look at it this way. If you have 1,000 people that will buy a product of 5,000 naira from you in a month, how much is that? 5 million. Yes, you are correct. And if you have this 1,000 people that will buy this product from you 4 times in a year, how much are they going to generate for you? That means you're going to generate 20 million from a 1,000 people. That's good. Now, if this 1,000 people can refer one person to you in a year, how many customers are you going to have at the end of the year? You are going to have 2,000 customers. So if you generate 20 million this year, and you are able to serve this customer, and each of these customers is going to be with you for the next 5 years. That means in the next 5 years, you are going to have more than 10,000 customers buying product from you 4 times in a year, each of them spending 5,000 with you. In other words, if this guy is going to buy 4 products 4 times a year from you at 5,000 naira each, that means each of them is going to spend 20,000 with you in a year. Times 5, they're going to spend 100,000 naira with you in 5 years. That's the lifetime value of that customer with you in 5 years. How much are you willing to use to buy that customer so you can spend 100,000 with you in 5 years? How many people can you buy? Because the purpose of advertising is to buy a customer at a profit. The purpose of advertising is to buy a customer at a profit. And but the moment you know how to buy a customer and make profit from buying the customer, the question that we ask you, how many customers are you going to buy? You see, stop chasing customers, start buying customers, because that is how to grow to business in a faster way. So, but what do you need to do? You need to learn how to follow up on your ideas. I'm sharing things with you today, but guess what happened? It's less than 10% of you that is going to follow up on what I've shared with you today and begin to do it. It's not enough to hear it. Hearing it will not change your life. It's doing something about what you have heard that will change your life. You have heard enough about prospecting, but how good are you at prospecting? How often do you prospect? It's activity-based. That's how you build a skill. That's how you build a mastery. You begin to do that. So the poverty habit that people have is that they don't follow up on their idea. They don't follow up on their dream. They don't follow up on their prospect. They don't follow up on what they want to do. They just let it be. You don't get rich that way. All right? You don't get rich that way. You don't get rich that way. So if you're in sales, the purpose of getting a customer is to build a business. The purpose of getting a customer, the purpose of selling is to build a business. And the purpose of business is to generate a customer that will keep buying from you for a very long time. All right? So what that means is if you can combine these two things, then you realize that you want to follow up on ideas, because by following up on ideas, you have told yourself that you want to grow up, and you want to create success with your life. Now, this is how it works. And this is where most people get it mixed up, because they don't know how to follow up. They ask me a lot of questions like, Tade, what am I going to say when I'm following up? There's what to say. There's how to go about it. There's what we call 7-step process of following up. There are 7 steps of following up people. The first thing about following up people is called what we call get attention. When you're following them up, you want to get their attention. That's why you follow up. You want to get their attention. That's the essence of following up. Number 1 is to get their attention. All right. Number 2 is to remind them of what you and them have agreed on. All right. This is what you have agreed on. This is what I'm following up. This is what you have agreed on. Because you know why? You can't follow up until you have an agreement. So what happens is that most people never leave your prospect, never leave people you're doing something with without the next level of action to take. Because the next level of action to take is what you are calling them on and what you are following them on. So if you don't have all of these things, what happened to you? You will call up people up and say things, I'm just checking up on you. That's a dumb way to follow people up, because why are you checking up on me? Are you my doctor? Are you my lawyer? Do I have a case in court? Why are you following me up? You don't know because you don't know. And it's not your fault until now. So now you need to understand that you never leave a prospect until you have an agreement. What is an outcome? You must always live with an outcome. 2 outcomes alone, yes or no. Every other thing is not going to stand, because you can't follow up on someone that says, I want to think about it. What exactly do you want to think about? We need to come to an agreement in a very subtle and friendly manner before you leave my presence, because you must leave people's presence with outcome and the next action step. So I'm going to call you by tomorrow to be able to get the number of units you people are buying. I'm going to call you up tomorrow to know the number of pack of this product, bundles of this product that you're going to pick up. I'm going to call you up tomorrow, checking up on that idea to know what else to do with this idea so that things can get better. You must leave people's presence with an agreement, because can 2 work together except they agree? If there is no agreement, there is nothing else to work on. And that's why it seems you are struggling with following up, because you have never been taught the science of follow-up. There is a science behind follow-up. If you don't know how to follow up people, you can't close up on a lot of deals. So there's how to do this. And you see, if you want to do this, if you really want to do this, I'm going to spend 2 days, 2 hours every day, working with only 41 people. And what am I going to be doing with you? I'm going to be showing you the dynamics of follow-up. I'm going to show you how to follow up on your dreams, how to follow up on opportunities. 2 things that make people are scared of following up. I'm going to say that to you today. I'm going to close. Because the poverty habit, not knowing how to follow up. Number 1 reason why people don't follow up is because they are scared. This is an assumption that is costing you a lot in follow-up. Thinking that silence is rejection. All right? Thinking that silence is rejection. Silence is not rejection. There are many reasons why people are silenced. Sometimes you're sending people messages, they're responding to you, perhaps something is happening. But do you know how to take them out of that silence? There is a science to that. There's how to go about that. Let me give you an instance for this. So you've been trying to follow up with someone and the person is not responding. What other way can you follow up the person? What other model can you use to get a person to respond to you? Because both of you have an agreement and the agreement has not been fulfilled. So somebody wanted to pick up a plot of land in PG Estate in Khartoum a few days ago. And the person wanted to go for an inspection. And guess what happened? The person wanted to go for an inspection. And he said he's going to call for a particular time. And I never saw the call of the person. And then I sent a message. The person wasn't responding and all of that. And then I sent a person a message in the evening. I said, how you doing? Well, we're supposed to have X and Y today, but I didn't hear from you. I just want to be sure that you have not given up on this idea. Or have you given up on this idea? And about a few hours later, the person responded to me and said, he's sorry, something just came up, but because earlier, prior to that time, he told me that he has tendency to travel, and he said he traveled, but he's back, and then he's going to make an arrangement. He's ready to make his deposit, but we just like to see the side before you make the deposit. Communication, because the truth of the matter is, so many people stop following up because they live by the assumption that silence is rejection. That assumption costs you a lot of money. That assumption can kill your opportunity to create fortune in your life. So this is a poverty habit, because as a result of that, people live by this myth and by this assumption, and they never follow people up on their dreams. So that's number 1. Number 2, people live by the assumption that following up can make you look as if you are rude. All right? But you see, you're not rude by following people up. By the way, you are very good by following people up. It means that you want them to do because see, you cannot help people until you close them. You cannot, your product can't solve. You see, none of this book can help you if you don't read it. All right. So my work is, if I want to help you, I have to get you to buy this book. And that's the closing mentality that I have. But know that my brother, if I look at your challenges in life, I look at what you want to do with your life, and I know that this product can solve the problem for you, my work, my duty is to get you to buy this product. So when I'm following up to remind you of your agreement. I'm following up to remind you of the things that you want to do. So, and I use a line, the Lord, that I learned. Can't you see that I've worked so hard to make you get what you want? I'm working so hard to get you to get what you want, to get what you want in life. I say it in a humorous way, but that's the truth. I'm working hard to get you to get what you want. So, don't ever assume that following up is rude. Don't ever assume that following up is rude. It's not. Don't ever assume that. Don't ever assume that silence is rejection. Often the time it's not. And so people often say, no, I don't want to follow up again because it's not responding to me. Silence is not rejection. If both of you, if you have properly qualified the person you are following up, you will realize that silence is not rejection. And most people, because they don't know how to follow up, they have missed up on all of these things. So have you read my book, Follow Up or Fold Up? So there is a book called Follow Up or Fold Up. But what I'm doing with about 40 people today, 41 people in this month of April for 2 days, almost 2 hours every day, helping you to analyze and show you the architecture of how this thing works. So I'm going to be showing you how this thing works and put it on a system for you, and then you'll be able to go with it, coupled with my book. And then what am I showing you? The payoff of this meeting is I'm going to show you how you are putting a lot of money on the table and you're not picking it up. I'm going to show you how to pick up money on the table through the follow-up system. I call it missed fortune framework. I mean, the fortune that a lot of people are missing, and how you can take this fortune back in your life, in your business, in your relationship. You know, some people have friends that never follow up on those friends, and gradually the friendship dies off. Some people have relationships that never follow up on this relationship. If something is important to you, you must know how to follow up on it. Final. And so it's a framework. So I'm going to be investing 2 days with people, showing you how to use this thing to create the life that you want, how to use these people to get people to buy more stuff from you, how to use these people to get opportunities into your life, how do you follow the opportunity that look as if it's dying, how do you resurrect opportunities? Are you struggling with following up on people? I know people that are talented and tell me, man, I have a problem following up people. You see, check your life is also showing in your results. Because if you don't know how to follow up, you can't grow up with fortune. Because not knowing how to follow up is a poverty habit. And it's affecting so many people right now. So what do I want you to do? I need you to come to the comments. After this show now, I'm going to post something on the comments. And I'm going to pin it there on that comment. What do you need to do? You need to just pick the link, put something on the link and say, come on, I want to be part of this follow-up, the mixed fortune framework. And as a result of that, I am going to be showing you how to do this thing in 2 days. By the way, this program is not free. It's just 15,000. All right, it's 15,000, but it's 15,000 naira. But for all of you that is here today and you decided to be here today, I'm going to be giving you this program for 10,000 naira. You know, instead of 15,000, I can only take 40 people. I'm not taking more than 41 people. And one person I've already signed up for the program already. I'm only keen to take 40 people into the system. If you sign up tonight by saying, all right, Tade, I'm agreeing to this. I want you to show me how to use follow-up. If you're in sales, this is very important to you because most sales get missed out. 50% of sales never occur because of lack of follow-up. People don't know how to follow up on people. You know, in my book, Follow Up or Fold Up, you will read a story of how I follow up somebody for 11 months and that led to almost a deal of 500 million. Why? Because I've learned how to follow up and I was able to do that, and that changed my life forever. All right? So I want to show you that. I want to show you how to follow up. That's one of the multi-millionaire habits. That's one of the billionaires' habits. All billionaires are follow-up maverick. They are monster when it comes to following up on their dreams, following up on their promises, following up on their ideas, following up on things that matters to them. All right? So I want to do that with you. And if you want to do that, you will see the comments after this program. Just fill the form and let's get started. So I hope I've been able to help you with something today. I hope you have been able to pick up something from obsession to mastery and all of that. And this makes sense to you in any way. If this makes sense to you in any form, if this makes sense to you in any dimension, do me one favor. Help me to share this video after now. Thank you guys. I really appreciate you. And if you have not read any of my books, you can choose them from the Money Code to the Real Estate Cash Flow Machine to the Compel Strategy to Shut Up and Collect the Money to Stay Hungry Go Starving. By the way, Stay Hungry Go Starving is still on promotion just for 1K instead of 4K. Okay, so it's going to end this month of April. Guys, do something. And I believe that you're meant for greatness, and be obsessed about what is good for you. And life will matter in the long run. I love you guys. Thank you for hanging out with me today. I love you all. I see you again. Peace, love, and cash flow. Bye.